March 30th, 2013. This is TEKD RAW, live. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. How you doing, man?
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah. We didn't get the house. Well, we got the house, but we backed out of the deal.
Really?
Yeah.
No internet.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
No, roof. We got it inspected. The roof was all jacked up. And he never listed that the roof was jacked up. And real bad. Like, we're going to have to get it fixed within the next 6 months. 20 grand. So, well, it doesn't matter whether it's, 7 grand. I can't afford to get it done. So, we backed out. So
okay.
We're back on it.
Back on the hunt.
Yeah. So, how you doing?
Good, man. Good. Was up till 3:45, 4 o'clock this morning, gaming.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Looking a little peaked.
Yeah.
I finally went to bed at 1, but I got to be honest with you, I probably could have gamed a little bit longer. I knew my wife was waiting up for me.
Yeah.
Just nodding on the couch. I was like, I could have been a dick and just been like, you better just fall asleep because I'm not done. But I didn't because I'm a responsible husband. So, anyway, Bioshock, or not Bioshock, we'll get to that. Battlefield 4, did you see the video for that?
Oh, wow.
I think I came to a complete orgasm.
Yeah, the people over there, Frostbite, man, and EA, they're the depth of the campaign mode. I mean, that was, of course, campaign gameplay. Mm-hmm. But the last campaign I played, Battlefield 3, I mean, the storyline was absolutely beautiful. And the destructible environments and the guns and the now I see that they're adding some more commands, kind of like Rainbow Six. Did you see the hand? Like hold.
Yeah.
Stop.
So you can flank.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I watched it 3 times, and it got to the point where some cutscenes that they were showing, I couldn't tell the difference between a real person and the actual game. You know what I'm saying? I would look at it and be like, oh my, that dude. I mean, maybe it's because I was watching on my phone, but I thought they looked pretty damn good, and I wasn't expecting that big of a leap forward. I've heard some people say that they're not impressed with the graphics, and like I told them, it's not about graphics this generation; it's about AI. Yeah,
it's most definitely. If you're not a campaign person, for the people out there that are watching, if you're not a campaign person, try it. I mean, we already know the online is just crazy good, but Battlefield 3 campaign was absolutely wonderful, and it had a great storyline. I'm about tired of fighting the Russians, but it'll be
North Korea here for 2 months.
Something different. Something something different. But if you're not a campaign person, I advise you to go when Battlefield 4 drops, play the campaign. But saying that, Medal of Honor Warfighter, when it came out, you had to pre-order it to get the Battlefield 4 beta access.
Really?
That was one of the reasons why I pre-ordered it, and I still got my my code, and I'm waiting. Now they're showing footage. I'm waiting. Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. It makes me want to go back and play more Battlefield 3 because I played it for hardcore there when it first came out.
Right.
And I dropped off because other things came out, and I just never went back to it. But I know it's one of those things too where I'll start playing it, and that's all I'll be doing. Just nonstop Battlefield. Mm-hmm. It'll get to the point where I'm looking up in real life. I'll be walking to my car and looking up to see if I can see helicopters and shit like that I can shoot down, or looking for a strategic place to put a landmine.
Yeah.
But the single player is piecemeal. It's like it's anymore like multiplayer used to be the extra, but in games like that is it. Yeah. People buy that for the freaking multiplayer.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, let's throw a single player. But with Battlefield, they did take another year to do both. I think, or they had 2 teams. I can't remember how that worked, or maybe that was Medal of Honor. I'm thinking of that did that.
Yeah.
But I can't wait. I wasn't really that excited about the new generation just because of the money that it's going to cost.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing that, I can't wait at all.
Right.
I'm in line right now.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had the pre-orders going on earlier this week, or was it last week sometime? I got on Twitter last week. I don't get on Twitter that much really anymore, but I got on and I saw some of
that.
Yeah, I saw some of my friends that we actually play together, Call of Duty, and they were like, "Oh, did you pre-order?" And 2 of the people that actually play on my clan were just talking about it. I'm like, "Damn, they pre-ordering this damn thing already?"
That's nuts. I didn't think they'd be doing that yet.
Nice.
Of course.
I got to pre-order. It's only, $5 to pre-order?
Hey, man,
but where do you pre-order from? Every store has a pre-order exclusive, so I need to see what the exclusives are.
Oh, don't even get me started about the exclusive thing.
Yeah,
that
the
is
exclusive.
Such a fucking scam. That shit should be in the game. And you know what? If you give it time, it's just going to be DLC anyway. Like Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Like, they did the same thing with that. But I put a shit ton of time in Far Cry 3. I know I remember one time we were talking while we were both playing it when it first came out. But because they actually have a clock on how much you've played it. And sadly, every time I go to load it up, it's like 67 hours, 74 hours.
Yeah.
And I beat the game, and then I was going to start and play it on a harder difficulty. But then they updated the game where you can actually go back and reset all the outposts.
Oh.
Because it was boring. I got all the outposts, and once that was done, I finished the story because I really didn't give a shit about the story. Yeah. It was all about the outposts for me. That was a blast. I mean, that's because you can just go about it any way, really.
Right.
It's real. You can be real strategic about it, or you can just go in like Rambo, guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
But
so, with the exclusives. Now, even Amazon is in this, in this bit too, because it was GameStop that kind of started at the, pre-order from GameStop. You get, 2 guns and some camo. Then now Best Buy got into it, where Best Buy is doing this exclusive thing. I don't know what they're going to do for Battlefield 4, but I'm just saying they're going to do some exclusive, like you're going to get a Russian assault rifle, and then GameStop's going to give you a special rocket launcher or something. Now, Amazon is doing it to where they're adding their own exclusive content. So where do you pre-order from? You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost strategically what you need to pre-order and where you need to pre-order from. Okay, I like to use the rocket launcher a lot, so I'm just going to pre-order from these guys, and I'm going to pre-order from here and here and here. Okay, now look, the game is $59.99. This downloadable content and all this stuff. Why don't you just say, $80, get it all? You know what I mean? The game, then we're going to have, because let's be honest, Battlefield is the king of DLC. They DLC the shit out of Battlefield 3, which the DLC was worth it, I think.
Did you get a season pass, or did they?
I didn't get the premium stuff.
Yeah.
I just didn't because I played it on PS3 with a friend of mine, and that's basically all I played it with. But they gave themselves time. They stretched it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave it some legs.
Yeah. And from what I hear and from what I see, I think that they did absolutely wonderful with the DLC, adding more DLC. It was like adding a game in a game. You could actually get more maps, there was more guns, there were more vehicles. It made it more fun. And I think that a lot more game developers probably need to follow that blueprint because it was effective, I think. What do you think?
Hell yes. I mean, that's Burnout Paradise did something similar.
Okay.
But they did it for free. For a year. EA agreed to let them do their thing for a year, and then they would just release it. And dude, this is like major major releases, like major updates to the game.
Yeah.
They would start selling little things toward the end. Like, you could get a pack with, like, they had the Ghostbusters car, the the DeLorean, which, of course, I had to get that. Because you can either make it fly or be on all flame. Yeah, when you boost, you got the tire tracks and shit,
Okay.
Flames. But that was all, they did that for free. You just you booted up the game, and you had the option of just, like, getting in there and add the downloadable content. It was like heavy shit. It was like 2 gigs here, a gig here. Yeah.
Right.
And then after that, that was still earlier on. I think the consoles had only been out for a few years at that point.
Okay.
They were still trying to figure out this DLC thing. But EA needs the money. THQ, like I said last week, they're done.
Yeah, and I see
that sucks.
They're selling a lot of stuff on PlayStation Network. I saw like some 40 or 30% off of THQ downloadable games. If you ever saw that on the network.
I know, but I did. I almost got on PS3 to buy Bioshock because I couldn't wait, but I didn't. I wasn't waiting. But they had like that day release.
That day one digitals thing.
And I started getting the itch. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for 2 years. I was like, and I didn't pre-order it, so I didn't have it coming to the house. I was like, and then the debate is like, do I really want to leave the house for this? Is this something? Right. I decided, hell yes, I won't leave that.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to download it from PlayStation, we had the discussion last week. You could probably walk to Best Buy and then come walk back home, especially where you live at. Yeah. And it'd probably be still downloading. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's slow.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Slow.
That's one of the other reasons I didn't. I was like, and I don't know if I have enough space because I have one of the Fats.
Oh shit!
I don't know if you realize this, but you need almost double the space. Like, okay, say it's a gig.
You do.
Okay, and you'll need almost like a gig and a half because it needs the installer too.
Right.
So like, because I found that out the hard way when I bought a game, and I'm thinking, okay, well I went through and deleted a bunch of shit.
Right.
I didn't play anymore. So I was like, all right, I got just enough plus a little bit more. It wouldn't tell me I had enough room. It got to the point where I was out of shit to delete.
Yeah, because it just say you got 60 gigs and you're already using up 45 gigs or whatever. Then you download a game and it's like, nope, sorry, can't. It's like, how?
Yeah, 8 gig game, you need 16. Like, what the fuck?
You do. Yeah.
And then because I'd be confused, so maybe I'd figure it out and it'd get downloaded, and then I'd look to see how much space it actually was, and it was exactly what they said. So I had to do a little digging on that, and I found out that's what it is. You have to install the game too, which I don't get because you don't have to do that on Xbox.
You don't.
Why?
I don't know. That's the 2-part thing. It's like you wait 6 hours to download a game, then you got to install it for another 2 hours. And people are always saying, it's your internet connection. No, it's not.
Bullshit.
It's the system itself. Your internet connection can be just wonderful and fast, and it would still take its fucking time.
Yeah. Fuck PlayStation.
Yeah.
For now.
For now, yeah.
For now.
I've been playing PlayStation a lot lately.
Have you? Every now and then I get on there, and just because I got the Plus membership, I think that's probably what does it more than anything, is I'll get on there to see, because they have different exclusives from Vita to PlayStation. And we have the second living room back here where the game room is, and my stepdaughter is actually the one that spends most of her time back here. I mean, hell, I wish I had a big screen TV.
Right.
All this other
back
shit.
Then,
I mean, there's limitless amount of games and just crap back here for her to do.
Right.
So I'm hardly on it, and so I'll get on there to see if there's any games that she might like to play or something like that. Yeah. I'm a pretty responsible stepfather.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. I mean,
go ahead, kid, play this game.
Yeah. Who plays with Barbies anymore? Just get a controller in her hand.
Fuck Barbies. Okay. Bioshock.
Okay.
KT.
Yeah.
You need to get Bioshock.
I'm saying, really.
Yeah.
And
it's good.
I feel wrong. I feel wrong doing that because I have not.
You don't need to know anything about Bioshock 1.
Really, or 2.
Or 2. They have nothing to do with 2. I mean, if anything, from what I've noticed so far, I'm only about 5 hours into it. Is they make maybe slight references to the first game, you know, and it's real vague. So like, if you didn't know anything about it, it's not going to make a difference one way or the other from the story. But it's a game that's on a grand scale. Like, they really took their time with this game. It makes you feel like you're there. It's very immersive.
Okay.
Bioshock 1 was great, and it had a great environment, things like that, but you felt trapped. You know, this game, spoilers, I'm not going to go too deep, but the first one was in the sea, city under the sea. This one's city up in the air.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah, where do you go? Where do you go? It's like, it's either we're going to go back to Rapture, which was the city under the sea, or we try something different. And this is the team that made Bioshock 1, and they seem to take a little better care of their games. Not that Bioshock 2 was bad, but it was just a rehash. They made some fine improvements to the first one, but nothing compared to the first one as far as story goes. And that's what gets you. You get sucked into the story. Like, I played it for a little bit. My wife wasn't home. I was so impressed with how it started and how it just automatically just gets you sucked into it that I stopped the game where I was at after I got a save, and I reloaded it and played that whole part another hour over again so she could see it. And just so I could experience it again.
Right.
I mean, it really, gameplay-wise, it only take you maybe 20 minutes to get where I was at, but you're spending so much time just like checking every corner and just looking at details in this game. It's fucking beautiful, and I don't use that term very often. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
It's up in the sky, so there's a lot of blues, and the people. And there's one thing it takes place in the early 1900s, and it's not really giving anything away to say this. It's about a colony was really like deep rooted into like Washington and things like that. So they ended up succeeding from the Union, but they never evolved. Okay, so they're still really racist. So there's like a lot of racist shit in there. Okay, so it feels so good to fucking blow one of those guys' brains out. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It feels so good because they'll say some shit. It's like, that's fucked up. Because they also have stuff like, I walked into a building that had a huge ass statue of John Wilkes Booth, and they were actually like celebrating him, like he did a good thing. Okay,
right. Yeah.
And you walk into the dining area, and there's actually a fucking picture of John Wilkes Booth, a painting, shooting Lincoln in the back of the head.
Oh, damn.
These guys need to die. All of them. Like, if I ran into them, they're dead. That's it. No questions asked. Even civilians, fuck them. There's some parts where you go into a house and there'll be somebody sleeping in the bed. Sorry.
Damn.
Bullet to the head.
So it has first-person shooter RPG kind of feel, like Fallout.
Yeah. No, well, it's like Fallout in the sense of like you do a lot of like looting, like you check bags and shit for money and health packs and stuff. Not on that grand of a scale where you actually have to manage your inventory and stuff like that.
Oh,
because it's nothing like you don't like pick up like dirty lunchbox, and shit like that. It's stuff you need,
Okay.
Which is good, and which is the other really good thing about it. Bioshock 1, I got lost quite a bit. I got turned around. That was my one knock on that game. This game, they actually added, like, if you hit the up on the D-pad, it'll give you a little arrow where you need to go. So you can go explore, not worry about getting turned around, hit that arrow, you're right back on track.
Kind of like...
It's worth $60.
Dead Space, in a sense.
Because you can exactly like Dead Space.
Send that little... Okay.
Yeah. Yep, a little arrow will just appear out of nowhere and give you the direction. So I was like this.
To your next waypoint. Like, I think I had a problem with that on some game I forgot I was playing. And it's just like, you shot and cleared the room or cleared the space, and you're just like, okay, where do I go? And then you're just walking around until you finally, some games only activate once you pass a certain point in a map or something like that. So you're walking around. It's like, you do? Oh, well, now you have to go over here and do. It's like I would like to know that from anywhere in this space, not to have to pass this third tree to get to, you know, where I need to go. Yeah. You know, that's good that they do that.
Yeah, I'm glad they did it because, like I said, I remember playing the first one and just getting pissed off. That's probably the reason what took me so long to actually finally beat the fucking thing.
You know, I think Rage was like that. Maybe that's the game that I'm thinking about.
You're right, it was. Yeah,
because like that's you told me, it was really boxed in. It was just like, you know, okay, you can only go straight and to the left. That's the only way this part of the game is going to let you do. Yeah, you can look at stuff on the wall, but you can't go over there. And then when you get done clearing something out, you didn't know where the fuck to go. You're like, okay, I just killed this big monster, now what?
Yeah.
And I spent 10 minutes looking around.
You know,
it did.
There's a lot of, like, when you go into buildings, like, I think you're talking about the big monsters, like, throwing shit up. Yeah. See, that was cool as hell, but, like, it took me forever to find him. Because I didn't know where the fuck to go, because it's not like every room was the same, you know. In Bioshock, even if you didn't have the arrow, it's just so nice to look at and different.
Okay.
Like, not every room is the same. Not every room is like a warehouse where you got stacks of boxes.
Right.
It's like they took their time on everything. The scale that had to. It's actually for a lot of people to sit down and design every level. I think it's amazing. They deserve the $60. And matter of fact, as soon as I got home, I ordered the season pass, which is something I never do.
Really?
Yeah. I have no question that it's going to be, huh?
It's online?
It's, like a multiplayer?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it does. I don't see it. I didn't see a menu for it, which is good because it doesn't need it. It really doesn't. I mean, you may spend, it depends on the difficulty, it may be a 15-hour game, but you may actually want to go back because you can play differently. Because not only do you have guns, you have these, they were called plasmas, so that's what I'm going to call them here in Bioshock. You know, like shoot fire, shoot electricity out your hand. You know, so you can mix it up. So far I've got these crows. Okay? You can send a swarm of crows out to a bunch of people and they'll attack them.
Damn.
Okay. Fireballs, they're almost like fire grenades. You shoot them, they'll land and explode, and people will just fucking disintegrate. You'll see their skeleton and just dead.
So I'm gonna throw this out there. Bulletstorm.
Yeah.
Is that what this is kind of reminding you of a little bit? Because you could shoot your gun a funny way and shoot them in the ball, shoot them in the head, and you can shoot rockets at them, and they would kind of like Blade. Remember in Blade when Blade kind of did that thing and the skeleton was on fire and stuff like that? Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay.
But not all the time. See, and that's what I like Bioshock. Okay. They got it mixed up. See, it's like different. Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm is fun as hell. I mean, I have it, you know, and I've played it every now and then, but I only play it when I'm in the mood for like an arcade just type setting, you know, where you just in and out, you know.
Yeah.
This Bioshock is a game that I could just walk around in because you'll find something different. Like when I played it through the second time, I found shit that I missed the first time. And I was scouring that motherfucker.
Right.
You know, so Bioshock Infinite.
That's a thumbs up, huh?
Get it. I mean, if you don't want to get it now, at least give it some time and then get it. Maybe they'll have a little more DLC. But getting the season pass, I got the golden guns. So, fuck. Okay. That's
now, what is the season pass? The season pass is just all for DLC stuff.
Yeah. Anytime a DLC comes out, you automatically get it. You don't have to pay for it. There's supposed to be 4 packs. And the way it adds up is you pay for 4. Or no, you pay for 3, you get 4.
You know, I got this. I've been having this idea since I'm hearing you talk about Bioshock. Something Black Ops did. Was it? It was Modern Warfare 3. They did the token thing. Now, what I'm talking about right here is customer appreciation. Okay. Now, if you bought Bioshock 1 and you have it tied in with your account, you buy Bioshock 2 and you buy Bioshock 3. Now, I would think it would be nice if they could give you some kind of credit for buying 1 and 2. Now you're buying 3.
Mm-hmm.
It should give you, okay, you have a choice of getting the first season pass for free because you've bought the 2 previous games, or you have a choice of getting downloadable content for as like camos, guns, sites, something like that. And that's the thing that I would like to see a lot more games do, because if you're buying a game franchise, 1, 2, 3, the PS Vita version, whatever, you're buying the franchise. Something like God of War. I bought every single game up until the Ascensions. I have not bought that yet. But where is like the customer appreciation? Okay, this guy has had all 4 games. We had 5, but he bought 4 of them. We can give him something back to say, hey, this is what you can spend in the market that we have to purchase something because you have bought 4 out of the last 5 games. What do you think about that?
I like it. I think they'd have to have something like Origin or whatever. I don't.
Right. Yeah.
Call of Duty is what it's called. Is it just Elite or something different? I can't remember what it's called now.
Oh Jesus!
But I know what you're talking about. It's like that. It's they don't have it. They don't have anything like that set up.
Yeah, but they should. I mean, a lot more games should though.
Yeah. I mean, especially a game like that, because man, they're going to make their money back anyway. It's not like one of these games that's just barely going to scrape by, like the new. Well, what's that called? Army of 2.
Yeah.
Come on. Just kill it.
Yeah.
It's done. It was done on the first game. And I bought the fucking thing when it came out. Okay. So
40th day I played that one.
I have that one, but I bought it like after the fact, after it had been out for a couple years.
Yeah.
It was like cheap. And I didn't get really far with that one either, so this third one, I'm not even. And I read some reviews on it, and it's not doing too well.
Really?
At all? No. Huh. It was IGN, and the guy said that basically he's like they take these 2 characters that the only thing they had going for them really was personality, and just totally neutered them.
Really?
It's a real generic story. The characters, they're not even what they used to be, and it's a cash-in game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, they're doing all right, but I don't know, games are just getting so expensive now, and it's just a hard market. And, the ones that do well sell real great. That's why you get a Call of Duty every year. Just, they need that. So, they said, well, we'll have some people that just buy it right on, and we'll take that. But I don't think it's going to, I don't see it breaking even. But, on the same token, EA was also counting on Dead Space 3, and they're saying Dead Space 3 was disappointing.
What?
Yeah.
That's a game that I passed up on. I was like, I want to get that, but there's some more stuff coming out that I want to get. I'm going to wait a while. And I played the demo, and I've actually played 1 and 2, and the one that you had to use the PlayStation Move with the gun and stuff. I forgot.
Oh, they had
Extraction. Extraction, I think that was called.
Okay. You're talking about the
So I played all 3 of those, and I want to play 4 because I want to continue the storyline. And now you're telling me it's doing terrible.
No, the game's okay. The game, people, I don't know if people like had their expectations set really high. It's the same thing with Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 2, which I actually played. I didn't finish the fucker, but I played that thing for all night long one time, and I was already on the second disc. I don't remember what percentage or whatever, but I was into it.
Okay.
But I was so scared to start playing it again because I got fucking into it, man. Like I wouldn't want to do nothing. I didn't even go to sleep that night.
Damn.
But there's a lot of people that really like that game, and then the third one comes out, and they just expect it to be this fucking, grandiose fucking just a powerhouse explosion, just like, it's gonna be great,
Right.
And it just didn't live up. They were pissed about the ending, so they actually, BioWare actually made another ending, I think is how they did it, for DLC.
Huh.
Yeah, to try to make up for it.
Yeah.
But Mass Effect 3 was kind of a letdown for them. And so they were counting on Dead Space to kind of make up for Mass Effect. And it didn't meet what they wanted it to.
Okay.
It's still, I would still pick it up. I mean, I haven't played it, but I mean, I've heard it didn't do as well as the second one as far as reviews go, but it's still a decent game, a solid game. You know, something to have fun with. Because I'm actually chipping through the second one right now. But it'll probably be another couple weeks now before I get back to it. Because I also bought Crysis 3 when I was at Best Buy picking up Bioshock. I know.
That multiplayer. I play that beta demo. Now the storyline I was into because I'm into aliens and stuff like that. Yeah. But the multiplayer was
lackluster.
Something.
It's a generic multiplayer. I mean, it's team deathmatch, capture the flag, shit like that. But they have their own variants.
About DLC, do you think DLC is it's good for the game? It can be good for a game, and it's like, okay, well, we just put this in here, so let's pay attention to the forums and people's complaints, and we might have something in one of these boxes back here to bring out and, you know,
might have some up our sleeve.
Yeah, we might have that for, okay, 90% of people are crying and complaining about this, so here, we have this already, you know, on file, so let's put this out there.
Yeah, throw that at them.
Yeah.
Shut them up. I love DLC, but it's got to complement the game, and my big thing is buying a game at full price, feeling kind of shortchanged.
Yeah.
And then them having DLC come out like the next week or week after.
Yeah.
Or maybe a month, because you know that could have been in the game. That was already done, or could have been done. That's a cash grab, and that's what I don't like. But games that I really like I was really hoping they'd have more for Far Cry 3 than what they've had so far. They released all the extras, like GameStop and Best Buy, like, cause they all got, like, their thing was like, I don't think they had guns, it was missions. You know, they got like 4 extra missions that no one else got, and like they had for $10, you could download all those. So I like that. I mean, it was okay. I was expecting more. I would like a whole nother iPhone. I'm tired, man. Oh, stay up too late playing games. I saw you online playing Call of Duty.
I don't know, man. I set the Xbox down. My PlayStation's upstairs on the main TV, and I've been watching Crackle and watching a lot of stuff on there and playing just some random games. I've been having a lot of company, and then I came downstairs and, dude, I am getting very good at Call of Duty. At first, man, I just thought the concept was just shoot. I'm starting to, in the last couple, of my commentary uploads I've been uploading, and I've really figured out how to play it after 4 or 5 years. I really figured out how to play. This is how you play Call of Duty. You know what I mean? And I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I bashed COD earlier in our season 1 on Tech, and I bashed it. And I was all about, tactical games, Medal of Honor, and I played that too in the last 3 days. It's not as bad as the critics say it is, man. That game is great. It just didn't have it. They didn't get no support from EA.
Yeah.
It could have been a great game. They could have DLC the shit out of this one too.
The thing is, they didn't get support because it didn't review well. And that's the problem, and it's, they're like, if the reviews out there, the Metacritic is at a certain level. I've even heard stories, not necessarily with this one, where they were working on DLC for something and it didn't review well, so they just said, fuck it. They're shut, or somebody will get done doing a game, even before the fucking review comes out, they close down the studio.
Damn.
The business isn't going anywhere, but the mobile market is really taking a bite out of, like, consoles. Yeah. I mean, it's just people's time. There's only so much time in a day. So it's easier for me to get on my iPhone and download a 99-cent game that's gonna, I'll be entertained for like, luckily, if I'm lucky, an hour. Because anytime I download something, I think it's gonna be good. I wish they had demos, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, you can't base it on reviews because you don't know if they're honest.
Right.
But the mobile market is just fucking killing consoles, dude. It's just, I don't know. I hope games don't get more expensive. I don't think they will, but something's gonna happen. They're gonna have to do something. There's either gonna be less people around or less games, which I would kind of be alright with. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that. If they focused, if they focused on less games, but the ones that they did focus on were really good, You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually spent their time on the shit and not just, try to get it out at the end of the quarter because they need to make, certain financial obligations.
Right. And then they use the DLC to make up for that.
Activision seems to be holding their own. They seem to got it figured out, but they just kill shit. Yeah. They find something like Guitar Hero, murder it. I loved Guitar Hero when it came out. Yeah. And then after about the second year, I had nightmares of just plastic instruments filling dumpsters. I've got Rock Band. Why? Yeah. Because I thought it would be cool, and I played it once. And now I have these drums, and that I get on my stepdaughter for playing with, and then I get on, and I'm like, why? I don't even mess with them. Yeah. Bang away. At least that was $250.
Right. Yeah. And you go into these I do a lot of searching and scavenging for games sometimes, and I go into a lot of pawn shops, and that's all you see all along the wall is like it's almost like a guitar store. Drums and guitars, microphones, and this. It's like, damn. Yeah, because people are on the go nowadays. They don't have, they got time to sit at home, but it's minimal. Yeah. They're always on the go. And, the reason for Rock Band and Guitar Hero is because you had company or they had your favorite song on there or something like that. And I think that back then for Guitar Hero, they should have had a lot of DLC, what they're DLCing now. Maybe they could make a comeback. And just, DLC it.
Yeah, they really, really fucking burn a lot of people out. It's gonna happen well. Rock Band, though, is still doing it, because every time on Xbox Live, whenever I get on, like, the recently added as far as add-ons, 50 of them is Rock Band songs.
Damn.
So they're still supporting that game, which is great. I'm glad that there's a market. There's some game out there that's still filling, because there's some people out there that fucking can't wait to get off work and bang on those drums. Yeah. Or sing badly into a mic. But anyway, man. Fucking tired.
Yeah. I've been up since 4, bro.
Yeah. I don't know how long we've been, but there's one last thing, and it's kind of something I want to do toward the end of the show, is talk about some games that are really good but a little obscure. Like I did last week with Retro City Rampage. Right. I'm not sure if you got a chance to play that or not. At least download the demo.
Now, see, I went on PlayStation Network and looked for it, and they actually had the download, which was like $14.95. Then I went on Xbox Live, and they had the demo for free. So, I didn't know which one. No, I didn't.
Oh, download the demo, man. Come on.
Download the demo?
Give it a try.
Okay.
It's fun. Like I said, I don't sit and play it all the time. So it's not something that I can understand not wanting to drop $15 on it.
Right.
So hold on a second. Let me go ahead and try to find. What I'm going to do is, because instead of trying to explain it, because I'm tired, I'm actually show everybody out there and you the footage of this game. It's called Hotline Miami. Okay. And it is a PC game for now. It will be a Vita and PSN game here this summer, I believe. And the premise is you wake up. It's got like 16-bit graphics. It's real basic. You you wake up and you have a message on your answering machine. So you go to it, and it tells you to, I can't remember what it was. The babysitter needs paid or some shit like that is what it'll say. Mm-hmm. But what you do is you get in your car, and it takes place in the 80s. You get in your car, and you go into this house and kill everybody. All right, so you can see he's going to the phone. And I know you're thinking, you're like, God, this looks like shit. And it does. But it's real fast-paced. It's challenging. And once you die, it's an automatic reload. So it's not like something you'll have to see a loading screen over and over again each time you die. So dying is not that big of a deal. It just you learn from every mistake.
Okay.
You have these different masks that you earn through the game that give you different. See, as he's going through, it says dogs won't attack. Soundtrack on it is awesome.
I was gonna say that. Damn, he's laying people out, ain't he?
Dude, this game is brutal. Like, you'll slit somebody's throat and the artillery spray from the blood will just get everywhere.
So the objective of the game is just to go in people's houses and kill them?
Pretty much. Pretty simple. Okay. There's a story, and it's kind of fucked up, and I'm not even going to try to begin to do it justice.
Okay.
But from what I've seen, it's just a mind fuck. It's like you'll go to a convenience store after you get done doing this job here, and the guy will start talking to you behind the counter, and he'll say, "Hey man, your shit's free. Okay, go ahead and just for no reason." It's like they don't have any backstory. They'll tell you like you know this guy or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then the next time you do it, you go. It's a video store, and it's the same guy working behind the counter. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Go ahead and take your video, man. It's free." In the grocery store and so on. I spent an hour playing this mission.
Looks pretty cool.
This one right here. But he got it. A friend of mine can just do it like it was nothing. There's like I was on chapter 9 or 10, and it gets real fucking hard at that point. And there's dogs and shit. So, I mean, dogs, people with machine guns, shotguns at every turn, it's hard. And I was like, dude, I can't fucking do this. So I went ahead and bought a wired Xbox controller so it's easier to play. If it was just on the keyboard, I wouldn't be playing it. Because I just can't do those. But he grabbed the controller and, oh, here we go. Video store. Or, looks like this is fast food.
Yeah, pizza or something.
He got it in no time at all. It was embarrassing. Yeah. And then it starts all over again. You wake up, you have a message, you go to a house. It's great.
Okay.
For what it is, it's like I said, it's just like I was saying with the mobile games, it's just one of those things that just bides the time, and it's entertaining.
Wow.
So that is Hotline Miami. I think I got it on Amazon or through Steam for $15. So if you got $15 burning a hole in your pocket,
right,
pick it up. It's worth it. Worth $15. Or just give it time, and this summer it'll be on PlayStation. So.
Oh, right, yeah.
Anyway, I don't think I have anything else.
No, except for me.
I don't know how you're doing. You got anything else over there?
No.
We good? Good for another week on TEKD RAW? All right. Well, I'm going to get off here and play a little more Bioshock. You may be going to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch some Z's for a couple hours.
Yeah, you look a little worn out.
Damn.
It's just kind of a more relaxed, kind of subdued TEKD RAW today. I didn't really have a whole lot of energy but the produced version will be on Tuesday evening, as always.
Okay.
I went ahead and purchased a brand new spanking video editor because I got to tell you, I felt stifled on it just my creativity. Everything I wanted to do, I couldn't do.
You couldn't do.
It pissed me off. But that's something new, so hopefully it'll be a little better looking this time around. So we'll see. It may suck. Who knows? Anyway, KT?
Yes, sir. I'll see you later. Till next week.
Take care, everybody.
All right.